Good evening, lacrosse fans. Welcome back inside Frank Crane Arena here in Nanaimo, British Columbia. On Lax All-Stars, Jake Elliott with you, as we just heard. My all-time favorite song, O Canada, and the Iroquois National Anthem previous to that. And that's my second all-time favorite song. It really is. Love hearing the Iroquois National Anthem before a lacrosse game. I think everybody, everywhere on the entire planet should play that anthem every time the medicine game is played for the Creator. Semifinal number 2. Nanaimo Timbermen have punched their ticket to the gold medal game with a convincing win over the Oakville Titans. And now the two-time back-to-back champions, St. Albert Miners, will take on the Caughnawaga Indians here in semi-final number 2. Indians in gray, Miners in the dark navy blue. Red and white trim in there as well. And blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the second semi. Loser of this game plays Oakville in the bronze medal game at 3 o'clock tomorrow. The winner plays for gold at 6 p.m. against the Nanaimo Timbermen, the host BC champions. Indians with the first possession as they work right to left across your monitor. Hard hit from the Miners. O'Meara knocked Bucktooth down, and then an extra shove on the veteran as well. And Jarrett Toll will give off to Keegan Ball, who was always a threat offensively. He'll go down the wall to Lachlan. He'll come around a screen, and a stop there from Brandon Miller, the multiple man cup champion goaltender with the Six Nations Chiefs. And also a member of the Toronto Rock. Comes Vaughn Harris. He's got it to Jake Rouet. And he'll shoot off the post as that one got past Aaron Bold, who gets a start here for St. Albert. But the red iron helps out the goaltender. And back to the attack here for St. Albert out of Alberta, the champions from the Rockies. Now Ball, Kinnear. Fed across. Here's Keegan Ball in the dart. Shoots low and a bounce shot. Easily handled there from Brandon Miller. There's a great crowd on hand here in the game previous to this one, and a lot of fans have stuck around to see who the opponent of the Timbermen will be. There's just a handful of games left at the President's Cup now. One more day to go. Is this the final game here on Super Saturday? Good defense there from Tor Reinhold. And the Miners will get possession back just across 2 minutes in. Scoreless here is Patty O'Meara, the former Maple Ridge Burrard. Nick Ferris. Cornfield across. Here's Ball. Pick and roll with Triello. Now got away from the big lanky right-hander. Here comes a little transition from the Indians. As drums banging away in behind the Caughnawaga bench. And that one ricochets off the end wall into the stick of Jarrett Toll. He'll give it near side. And Andrew Chow with a quick pass up, and that forced Miller to make another save. Early chances here for the Miners. We are still scoreless across the 3-minute mark now. Welcome to Lax All-Stars and President's Cup 2018. And if you want to be interactive during the broadcast here, folks, fully encourage it. You can find me at PXP for Sports. There's a shot from a bad angle. Aaron Bold will stop that one in his sleep. Rebound goes back to the Indians, however. This is Joe Hall. As they'll settle here with Brett Bucktooth, wearing number 6. And wearing the Akwesasne Junior B Medicine Men jerseys here at President's Cup. Hall will take it off the corner boards, feed to the point. Here's a rising shot. And that one missed everything. Sky Sunday let it fly. Shot clock late here, down to 2 seconds. And that time expires with Bucktooth standing on top of the crease. And O'Meara starts it back here for the Miners, coming in with speed. He's got Cornfield on the trail. He'll look across the floor and Keegan Ball. The sniper goes down low for Triello, takes it back into Gill's garage back there. He'll come out weak side for Triello. The shovel off to O'Meara. Quick pass, there's a shot. That one's blocked. Here's Keegan Ball. Ooh. They took a shot from behind. Referee says get up. As I should probably know, your 2 officials here tonight, Lee Bryant and John Zabo, officiate this one. Brandon Boyle, your 3rd official. As in steps Vaughn Harris. He'll work with Jake Rouet. 15 on the shot clock. Harris looking to feed right now and finds Rouet in the near side corner. He'll come off a pick and a good stop there from Bold as he got a knee on that one. The Indians come up with the loose ball and a fresh 30 to work with. Rouet, half wall Harris. Lots of time on the shot clock now. Harris not going to wait though and actually hit his own teammate Rouet with that follow through. Because he took that shot so early, still time here for Caughnawaga to work with. But pressured out high, and Harris right near the bench doesn't feel like getting back up into the offense and throws the ball towards the goal. With still 8 seconds on the clock. As now the Miners will get it back, and that was a little disheartening offensively there, but you can understand it with these teams playing their 8th game in 7 days here, and it's a war of attrition at the President's Cup. And at this point of the tournament, you want to work smarter, not harder. Miners barely getting past Ladner last night to claim the number 1 seed. And Caughnawaga finishing in a 3-way tie for 2nd. But due to the math equation and goals for and against head-to-head matchups, they end up as the 4 seed and have to play the back-to-back champions here in the semi. Fake and a pass inside for Thompson, who slipped to the goal. Tor Reinhold's got a loose ball. He's also got a fresh contract with the San Diego Seals. Here they come in, and Lachlan fired it high. Didn't come out of the pocket cleanly there for Richard, who might have the best Instagram handle I've ever seen. And there's a shot from Cornfield into the top corner. You want to look up Richard Lachlan on Instagram. I'm not going to say it on air, but it is a clever handle. Let's just say that. As Cornfield absolutely snipes the far side top corner to open the scoring here. It's 1-0 Miners with 13:28 to go in this first period. Somebody can tweet at me when they look up Lachlan's Instagram and tell me that's not awesome. Let's just say that. Face-off win for Brandon Francis, the captain of the Indians. Here's Rouet. He'll feed it across. Couldn't handle that. Pass across the zone, and the Miners come out with it. They got transition back the other way. It's Pat O'Meara on the take. He'll spin, he'll fake, he'll shoot and score. How about it from Patrick O'Meara? And how long is it going to be before one Patty O'Meara gets a look at the pro level? He's had a couple of chances, but with expansion coming, I think Pat O'Meara is right on the horizon of cracking an NLL roster. 2-0 Miners. Another transition goal there. And the defending champions out to a 2-0 lead here. And they're going to say trapping there on Triolo. Give it to the Indians here. 12 and a half to go. Von Harris. Reinhold will steer him low. Good switch from Jared Toll, who is fresh off of firefighting probation and back playing lacrosse. And good to see Toller back out on the floor here at the President's Cup. On comes Nick Ferris. There's a chance in front, and Lachlan. I'm going to cut crossbar. Lots of time to work with here for the Miners. Kinnear moves it quickly. Ball will slide low. Now he posts up. Lachlan, skip feed, turning. Good pick there. 10 on the shot clock. Ball down to the crease. Wide open. Oh, B. Miller. Throws up the arm and turns that one out. Very close to 3-0 there for St. Albert, who jumped all over Ladner last night. Got out to a 6-1 lead. Here's ball inside. Kick stop and a beauty there from Miller once again. And heads up play there to smack that ball back into their own zone. And Triolo will bring it back in as Caughnawaga. Going to set back up. Here's another step from ball, dip and dunk, and Miller says no, he's keeping his team in it right now. And the Miners just look like the fresher team to start this game. And after a long week of lacrosse here, sometimes it can take 10, 12, 14 minutes to get the legs going and loosen up here after a long week of lacrosse. Now looks to be the case here for the Indians right now. They're a step slow to the Miners. Snyder on the pressure. Here's the drive, and the bad angle shot almost snuck through Aaron Bold as Johnny Lentz comes up with a loose ball. Miners want to slow it down, or do they? In comes Cornfield, the goal scorer, one of them anyway. That shot to the short side wide. Triolo with that long reach. Snags a loose ball, fires it near side. Lachlan holding. Waits for a change to happen with 8 on the shot clock for Keegan Ball. Back to Lachlan, shoots, and a stick save, Miller. Steps out of his crease and bounces one to the near side, and the Indians will get out of the zone. Here comes Von Miller. Got a good pick. Miller into the middle, loads it, fires and just missed. You look far side. Ball picked up quickly. Here comes Sullivan on the run. He's got O'Meara with him. Sullivan to Pat O'Meara. Look, 5-hole, and Miller with a good stick save. Here's Ball trying to dance in. And now decides to pull out here and set up the offense. Miners definitely with the better of the chances here in the early going. Ball working with Lachlan. He'll come near side, however. That one comes off the wall. 10 on the shot clock. Shooting right on. Easy stop there for Miller. Steers it into the corner. The Indians come up with a ball. Lead feet. Tried to catch it one-handed with the Woody. Always a tough task. And now a loose ball battle as it's knocked to open space. And it'll be Andrichow to pick it up as the Miners get it right back as we got 8:45 to go here in the first period. And St. Albert lead by a score of 2-0. In the corner, Triolo wearing his Rochester Nighthawks gloves. And he'll have a new team potentially this year. As the Indians come up with a stop and look on to get onto the board here now. Kyle Lewis. This is Hall. This is Harris. Good pick. Harris likes to shoot from that area. Doesn't this time. Quick pass. Here's the take. Well, wide. And Karam's all the way down the floor. This will be a shot clock violation on Caughnawaga. Well, off ball, cross-checking and slashing. So Lachlan gets touched up. Now Triolo, quick pass, ball. Lachlan will clear away. Cornfield into the middle. There's a snipe. Keegan Ball just went short side, top cheddar, and it's 3-0. That might have been the sizzle biscuit right there from Keegan Ball. Beauty. Well, 7:43 to go here, and now the next goal in this lacrosse game becomes a rather big one. As you do not want to, you don't want to get down to the minors here by too much, mind you. Ladner showed the ability to come back against St. Albert. As the minors starting to get their own drumbeat going on the boards, courtesy of the shafts on their sticks. Francis wins it, but can't claim it. Triello snatched it out of midair, and the Miners will get possession. $15 on the shot clock as he'll get set up here with Kinnear as they go lefty strong. Now Ball working with Lachlan as he always does. Here's the pick and roll. Lachlan had to reach out for that one. Probably still should have made the catch. But the Indians have possession. They need to get on the board here. This is Bucktooth. Looks across. On the take, it's Ty Thompson. And Bold will sidestep shuffle to make sure that one doesn't squeak loose. And roll into the goal. Andrew Chow goes off to the captain, Cornfield. That's Jordan Cornfield, who wears the C. Graydon, the alternate, who wears 44. He's up there as well. He's got the ball. Into the corner, 8 on the shot clock, feet in front. Rolls all the way through. Francis with a two-hander to Triello. Here's Keegan. Ball. Scores! Again with the sizzle biscuit into the short side, top corner. You cannot shoot the ball any better than that. Now from about 27.25 feet out against a pro goaltender in Brandon Miller, and absolutely picking the top corner twice in a row. 4-0. Now Francis going to take a face-off with a Woody here against Triello. And he wins it. Easily. Talking about being able to get torque on the face-off. Well, you're going to do that against a plastic stick with a Woody. You just got to be first with the clamp, and you're guaranteed to win it. Here's Rouet. Now Hall. Trying to hit Harris quickly. Toll after him aggressively. Harris has the loose ball, trying to sell a call. Now Harris on the toe drag. Harris on the spin. And then gives Toll a shot to the face. And clearly the Indians frustrated early here against the two-time defending champions. Here's Keegan Ball on the run. Feet off. Quick stick. Lachlan. Book it. 5-0. And the Indians a little shell-shocked right now. They are not the two-time defending champions for no reason. And the Miners are rolling out of the gates here, 5-0 with 5.5 to go in the period. And right now, it's not close. One team looks fresh, the other looks tired. And one team looks ready to play, the other one doesn't. Kinnear. And that was a perfect example, just being outworked for loose balls. Ball just missed that one as Miller was way out to challenge. This will be a shot clock violation. As Ryan Davis settled it down. And here we go with offense, Sky Sunday. They'll play it across. This is Harris on a dart low. Trying to make it happen. Had a little room on the short side. Bucktooth will pick it up from a bad angle. And now Amura. Potential 3-on-3. Here comes the trailer. O'Meara into the middle, shoots, and Miller stops. Miller has been dangerous offensively. 4:20. Here to go. Winner cleans the team in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Loser takes on the Titans at 3. Rouet. Cross floor. Bolt on point. Anderchow speeding up. Got Lachlan off the bench. Here's Anderchow. Ooh, Miller just with a glove on that. There's now a loose ball cleaned by Caughnawaga. Back to the elder statesman of this Indian squad. Finds a man off the bench. A long outside shot from Hall. And Bold will gobble that up with no trouble. Now Ty Thompson. Good ball movement here is Bucktooth with a sidearm whip that just missed far side. And all the way down to Miller here with 15 on the shot clock. Still time for the Indians to get something done offensively. Off the boards, Sunday slipped. And took a wild shot nowhere near the target. And this will be a shot clock violation. As the Miners will get it back with 3 minutes even to go in this opening 20 minutes. Leading semifinal number 2, 5-0. Now we got a delayed call coming to the Indians. Aaron Bolt to the St. Albert bench. 6 attackers on his trio, taking a beating inside. Keegan Ball off the shaft of Miller. He didn't stop it, but it hit the stick. And Ball gets shafted. Stays 5-0, but St. Albert will go to the power play. And a chance to pile on here as the captain for Caughnawaga gets fingered for 2 minutes. As Keegan Ball will play the point, Lachlan. Looks like Ferris on this near shooter. Triolo. And Cornfield down on the near crease. Takes a whack there, gets shoved to the ground, had to get rid of the ball. At 10 is Todd Lorenz barking out instructions to his power play. The former standout Salmon Belly. Now Lachlan inside. Here's Triolo. Oh, to Miller. Rebound chance, and Ferris tucks it in. Not sure what else Brandon Miller can do right now. He is just being pelted. It's an onslaught. And the route on here for the Miners, 6-0. Timeout, goalie change. Not sure what you can do right now if you're Caughnawaga. It is a snowball rolling downhill right now for St. Albert. As Francis wins another draw. They got that going for him right now, but that's about it. Music to my ears right there. The drums banging away inside Frank Crane Arena. Harris with a shot. And Bold, quality save. Miners want to run again. Here's Lachlan. Doesn't shoot it this time. On comes Kinnear. O'Meara will make a change. Keegan Ball, far corner. Lowers in. Took a chop. Lachlan faked it. Here comes the shot. Miller, stick side save. Well, the Indians back on offense with just over a minute to go. Trying to get on the board here, down to 6-pack. Bucktooth off a bold and out. It'll stay with the Indians. Hall. Thompson shoots wide. Big bouncing ball back to Thompson. Still time here. 18 on the shot clock for Bucktooth. He'll have a step back and hit the pipe. That's Bucktooth's favorite shot right there. Anderchow lost his stick. Bucktooth heading to the bench. It's about a 7-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Jake Roy directing traffic. Brandon Miller stands between the pipes with the time differential. Doesn't want to leave. Here's a chance. And that one goes well wide from Sunday. Miners trying to come up with the ball here. Do they want timeout if they get it? Duff just letting time expire here, because I don't think they'll waste a timeout 200 feet away with 5 seconds to go. And they'll just let time expire here in period number 1. Indians clearly frustrated after that opening 20 minutes. They trail the Miners of St. Albert 6-0 here in semifinal number 2 on Super Saturday from President's Cup 2018 live, stream free, right here on the home of the Prezi Lax All-Stars. 10-minute break. We're back with second period action. Send me a tweet in the meantime at PXP for Sports, and we'll talk to you in 600 seconds.
Welcome to Nanaimo, the gateway to Vancouver Island. Located on the rich waters of the Salish Sea, backdropped by thick, temperate rainforest with their rolling hills and the rugged mountains in the distance, Nanaimo was the first home to the local Nanaimo First Nations people. For centuries they lived here in connection with the land. And in many ways, this close tie to the wilderness of Vancouver Island resonates today. In the 1850s, the Hudson Bay Company set up a trading post in the region here in Nanaimo. Today, that trading post still stands with the HBC Bastion, standing guard over the waters of the harbor here in Nanaimo. For many decades afterwards, Nanaimo flourished as a coal mining town. Much of this early history is on display at the Nanaimo Museum. Today, Nanaimo is a bustling and modern urban center on the edge of natural wonder. Experience Nanaimo's supernatural wilderness and find yourself again.
Nanaimo allows me to do my passions through accessibility. Just the way that it's laid out, within 10 or 15 minutes, I can basically be from my house and doing something that I am truly passionate about. For me, it's about connection. I know a lot of people go to nature to disconnect from the world, but for me, it's about feeling like I'm part of something bigger. I feel it helps me connect to other people with similar interests and passions. Nanaimo has a little bit of something for everybody, and I think it does that little bit of everything really well. It's a place where you can discover passions that you didn't even know you had.
It gives you city life and gives you wilderness life all at the same time. It has both fresh water and salt water with easy access. You don't have to travel more than 10 to 15 minutes to be on a body of water, no matter where you live. You can either be out on the ocean fishing in 15-20 minutes, or you can be on Long Lake like we are today, enjoying some trout and bass fishing.
With diving around this area, Nanaimo or British Columbia in general, it's actually rated in the top in the world. Part of the reason that we have so much life here is the colder water with lots of nutrients in the water. One of our very popular activities we do is snorkeling with seals. And certain times of year when we get the sea lions coming by us, 2,000-pound sea lion coming right up to you a few inches away from you, just amazing. You think you're swimming along great in the water and this thing comes and does a somersault in front of you and just takes off. And you realize how small in the ocean you actually are.
The best part about owning a tour company is getting to show everyone the reasons why we live here in Nanaimo. I love the culture and natural wonders here in Nanaimo, and I love being able to see it for the first time every day through the eyes of our guests. Yeah, Nanaimo really is in the center of everything.
I'm really passionate about regenerative agriculture because that's what farming is all about. Some of the most exciting things for me in Nanaimo are the harvest, when there's all this abundance and we're able to take our food and set it out into the community. And when we go out for dinner sometimes, we get to see our food being served to us and served to our community, and there's a lot of excitement around that. At the markets we sell at in Nanaimo, there are over 200 vendors who participate, and you can do your full spectrum of shopping at these markets. And so you're invited to come to the market.
Currently, right now, we're concentrated on sourcing all our ingredients from mid-Vancouver Island. We like to utilize what we can get from local farmers. Breweries, wineries, and distilleries in Nanaimo have really exploded in the last few years. We've got a couple great wineries. Just down the road from us at the Longwood, we've got a distillery that makes some world-class gin, vodka, and even absinthe, which is pretty rare these days. We've got 3 breweries in town, 1 brew pub. You can really occupy a lot of your time traveling from one drink establishment to another. We've got pretty much everything here.
Well, we're sitting here at Piper's Lagoon, which is one of these little hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about, but commonly often known as the Big Cheese. And I coined the name the Big Cheese not long after I started the store. There's a pretty good variety of establishments in Nanaimo now. There's some really excellent places to eat now in Nanaimo which are doing quite nicely. We have shopping, we have all the well-known brands, but we also have a cute little downtown area with lots of independent businesses. Well, I think the location makes it very special. The abundance of parks and activities and outdoor fresh air things, and everyone who moves here from somewhere else comments on how welcoming the people are. And I think that's one thing that makes Nanaimo very special, is the welcoming and the amount of stuff there is to do.
With its dramatic and diverse landscapes, including forests like this, Nanaimo offers so much. Impressive coastlines? Yeah, we got that. Rolling hills? Rugged mountains? Yeah, we got that too.
I'm more of a country mouse than a city mouse, and Nanaimo, the city, has enough of what I need, but just the natural beauty of it. I can feel it in the pores of my skin, I can feel it in my lungs when I breathe the air. It's just something, when I get out here and I just see trees and blue skies, it makes me happy. Yeah, my big thing every year is to go down to Nanaimo River and jump in, because the river feels like it's a healer. That beautiful fresh water and the trees around it, it cures whatever ails you, and there's nothing like it to me in the world. I've really been encouraged, especially in the last 10 years or so, that Nanaimo is recognizing the art scene a lot more and celebrating that, and there's some fantastic festivals that happen every year, and I've been lucky to be involved in a lot of those because I do live here.
Some of my passions are getting out to nature, so going for hikes to places like Ammonite Falls or Neck Point. We have one of the first wineries in Vancouver Island. We have one of the oldest brew pubs. We have a bunch of craft distilleries. I like to use Nanaimo as a base for my expeditions because it has a little something for everyone. If people want to stay in a hostel, they can. If they want to stay in a nice 4-star hotel, they can. And most people love the
Hey, what's going on, lacrosse fans? Back inside Frank Crane Arena, President's Cup 2018, right here on the home of the Prezi Lax All-Stars. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for all the tweets coming in the intermission there. And got the name pronunciation for Andruko. Appreciate that. Having a little hard time reading some printing. Going to use that as the excuse anyway. And shout out to my man Evan Schemenauer, who is in the Philippines. Might be the first time I've ever had a viewer from the Philippines watching in. Headband rule is optional here today from President's Cup. I'm going without it, but it is optional. I may go to it in the third period, depending. But right now, it's the St. Albert Miners on cruise control here, leading the Indians of Caughnawaga 6-0 after the opening period of play, and has not really been close as the two captains get a bit of a talking to here. And now what do we got? I think they're calling Triolo on his gloves maybe for the palms being cut out. Triolo saying that's not a rule in Canadian lacrosse. John Lentz has the letter on his jersey. And everything looks copacetic here. And we're going to play some lacrosse. I'm not sure what that was about. Long conversation there. All to do about nothing, really. And we're at center and set to go. Thanks for joining us here on Lax All-Stars for the President's Cup. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the second. Indians now going left to right across your monitor, and they come up with the opening possession. As the drums start to bang here again inside Frank Crane Arena. They've been here all week long, and I love it. Vaughn Harris out of the corner. Quick juke and a swim move underneath, and a bounce shot wide as Harris went down. Plays reared in, denied by Aaron Bolt, who has yet to surrender one here in this second semifinal. Williamson pressure. This is Lachlan. Now down to Keegan Ball. He'll kick it back out. Lachlan fires high. Miller, that one stays in play. Ball reaches out for it. Give it to Lachlan again, right in. And Miller with another stop. As Lachlan with two great looks comes up empty. Here comes Ty Thompson. He'll slide low, he'll shovel it high, Subber wide. Around the boards and down the floor it'll go with just 5 on the shot clock. As Saskatoon picked up their first win of the week in the 5-8 crossover game earlier today. And they win one game, and they will now play for 5th place as they beat Ladner by 2. As Ladner now in the 7-8 game. So it'll be Ladner and Capital Region for 7th and 8th. That's a 9 o'clock game. Here comes Cornfield and Miller the stop. Then it will be Onondaga. And they'll play Saskatoon for the 5-6 positions. The loser of this game will play Oakville for 3 and 4. The winner will play Nanaimo for 1 and 2. Now that's how the President's Cup is going to shake down. Games go at 9, 12, 3, and 6 all Pacific time right here on Lax All-Stars. O'Meara on the scoop and go. Ted Jenner will have the 9 a.m. game. Here comes Keegan Ball. He'll bounce one. That hit a stick. Ted Jenner will have the 9 a.m. and the gold medal game at 6. I will have the Triolo. I will not have the Triolo. Triolo will have a goal. That makes it 7-0. I will have the bronze medal game and the 5-6 game at noon. And the first goal of the period goes to St. Albert, and if the Indians want to try and mount a comeback in this one, they need to score that first goal out of the gates here, and it didn't happen. As I think Aaron Bold needs a little attention as rapid tape down here at the bottom of the leg pad has come undone. But Caughnawaga, who got out to a 5-0 start here in the round robin, and it really just looks like they have run out of gas, quite frankly. And understandably so. I don't know if I'd make it through 2 games, never mind 5 or 8 and 7. And if you're not fully prepared for the grind that is the President's Cup, if you haven't been through the ringer before, a little pushing and shoving before the whistle. Brandon Francis with a stern word to Tor Reinhold, undeterred. But if you're not prepared or haven't been through the ringer of the President's Cup before, and the Miners obviously have as 2-time champs, look out Keegan Ball. As now Francis comes over and knocks down Ball and then gives him a 2-hander as well. And things starting to get out of hand here. I don't even know if it's Francis the one going for the slash. He 2-handed Keegan Ball, and indeed he got caught. And no, it's not Francis that's going to go. Or is it? Are they both going to go? You just don't want things to get silly here with the scoreline not in doubt. Miners have bigger things on their minds than this semifinal game, and you just don't want it to get ugly here in the semifinal. It's been a very well-played President's Cup. I do not think we've had one entire scrap the entire week. The officiating has not been an issue. Discipline has been good, and here in the semifinal on Saturday, you want to see that trend continue as a 2-man advantage here for St. Albert. And St. Albert, not a team that's going to play rough and tumble lacrosse. What they're going to do is take the power plays and bury on the scoreboard. That is their MO. Shot there from Cornfield and an extra chop coming in. Lee Bryan going to keep a handle on this thing. And good for him for calling that penalty right there. Usually you don't see a 3rd straight penalty handed out when you already have a 2-man advantage, but that's an easy slashing call to make, and there's no attempt to go at the ball. That's really just trying to serve one purpose, and that's to get on the wrists. And listen, I'm all for having the traditional wooden sticks in the game. I played with one my majority of my career, and I think they belong. And never would I ever say to take those out of a First Nations player's hands, or they're not allowed to be in the game. But there comes a time when you stop using it to play lacrosse and you start using it as a weapon. And when you start doing that, then I have an issue with it. Here's a chance. Good stop from Miller. Rouet, a loose ball. A good feed ahead for Bucktooth, who will just dump. And let some time kill off here, as the one penalty will not even start for another minute. Not sure who's getting out first in Horn or Francis, but 3 Indians in the box right now. Cornfield, Keegan Ball, he'll shoot off the arm. Lachlan scores. 8-0. And it'll stay a 2-man advantage. So they released Oren Horn on that power play goal from Lachlan. Brandon Francis remains in. Penalty time for a member of the All-9 team, and Casey Swamp goes up on the board. And the Miners, Centriello, win the draw over Von Harris. 35 seconds to go in the two-man man advantage. Ball down to Lachlan again, a reach, and just missed. Cleaned there by the Miners, and still 15 on the shot clock as Lynx hangs out high. Lachlan, off the short side crossbar junction as he had Miller dancing. Miners close in again. Lachlan, one more. Fake it. Here's ball. Move it. Shoot. And Miller turns it aside. One penalty over now. Just Casey Swamp remains in the penalty box. As Francis with bad intentions looking on his face going after Keegan Ball. There's Lachlan, the skip feeds, shoots, scores. And it's sliding away quickly here on the Caughnawaga Indians. 9-0. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed here. I was looking forward to a bit of a better lacrosse game than what is being put out on the floor here right now at Frank Crane. And now they're going to give the ball here to the Indians. And I'm not exactly sure why. Lee Bryan just says, Caughnawaga ball. Juan Harris. Little stutter step across the top, tucks away. Harris scores. Indians on the board. And that gets a round of applause here from the faithful at Frank Crane. Man, did they ever need that one? As Aaron Bold goes about 25 and a half minutes of shutout lacrosse. And that is no easy feat in its own right. But they're on the board now. And it looked like Triella moved early and got away with that. O'Meara on the double skip, not the Port Moody. It was a good one to ball in the double bouncer. Here's Lachlan. He'll give it to Cornfield. Ferris will work in. Up pick there from O'Meara. No check, and it's Kinnear. They got right into the back of Horn. A little payback there for Kinnear, I think. And that's the way offensive players can get back at defenders. Just every now and then on a pick, you find the small of the back or maybe that hip bone. And worth a possession call. There's a chance for Ty Thompson. Somebody's lost a stick down there. It's Williamson. Brandon Miller to the Indians bench. Here we go with a 6-on-5, but just 3 on the shot clock. And at the buzzer, shot goes wide. Here comes the penalty call against St. Albert. And it looks like it'll be Williamson who needs to cool down here a little bit in this semifinal game. Not happy about that penalty call, but good job from Andruko to go over and settle down his teammate. Just tell him to zip his lip, run off, go serve the 2 minutes. We gotcha. And we're up 9-1, so don't sweat it. Brett Bucktooth will play the point. Harris and Thompson on the shooters. Rouet and Hall down on the crease. Around the horn, here's Von Harris, and he smoked that one in, but wide of the goal and then goes up and out of play. Lentz will pick it up on the fly. Good to see John Lentz back playing lacrosse as well after a lengthy absence due to an injury. Got chopped down there by a triple team, but got the pass off in time. He'll get the change in. Here's Triello. Reset the 30 as it's running right now. They let the officials know to make the signal. That rule change is coming. If you haven't heard yet, hearing at Minto Cup. It's a 2-year cycle for rule changes at the CLA level. This is a CLA rule where they hold the 30 while shorthanded. But it is the second year of the rule cycle, and that rule is up for change, and I'm told it's coming for next season. They will run the 30 at all levels of lacrosse while shorthanded. And amen to that. Here's Harris, pass off. Here's the corkscrew right on. Right into the midsection of Aaron Bold, who's up quickly with a pass. Drops it in the bucket here to Sullivan, who can really burn. But he's not going to go to goal shorthanded with an 8-goal lead. And now the Miners, with 35 seconds left, will try and kill this rest of the penalty off. As we approach the 8-minute mark here in period number 2, the Nanaimo Timbermen have punched their ticket to the gold medal game and will face the winner of this one. The loser will play the Oakville Titans in the bronze medal. Keegan Paul takes a two-hander. Another. A cross-check. Ball still undeterred. Takes another slash. A one-hander. Now he'll move the ball, and that's what you want to do. No need to take the punishment unnecessarily. Just pass the ball. Move your ball. Move your feet. And you'll be okay. Turnover here, however, but the Miners have killed off the penalty, and we're back to 5-on-5. And the Indians are down 8. Pass inside to Thompson. The pass was low. Fed through the middle. Williamson knocked down. Bucktooth's got it in his pocket. Steered low. Shoveled across. Thompson again bobbled it. And pressured the entire time. Now Hall. That hit Lentz in the back. And the Miners hold on defense. Here's a 3-on-2 potentially. Andruko. Oh, he had Cornfield on the go. That hit the official. No, ball bounces here for O'Meara, and that's going to go into the back of the net. Yeah, that's just the way it's going for the Indians in this one, and I think Miller has had enough. He's starting to walk to the Indians bench here. No sign of Trey Adams putting his gear on yet. I don't know if Dirk McCumber had signaled for Miller to come to the bench or not. Yeah, maybe it's just a water timeout here for Miller. As he'll take a sip, slam the water bottle down on the dasher, and head back for his goal. As it's back to a 9-goal spread here for the Miners, 10-1 now, with 11 to go in the second. Another face-off win. Now Reinhold looks like a bit of a marked man here for the Miners. On the defensive side. As the offense comes out here for the Indians, Vaughn Harris. He's the goal scorer. They need more than just one. Here's Rouet. He'll fire. Bold will stop and locates the loose ball. And here comes Lachlan, Keegan Paul, the captain Cornfield, Ferris, and Kinnear out there. 15 on the shot clock for Lachlan. Here comes the double. Kinnear will swing it. Cornfield will load it. He'll take it. Missed it well high. Lachlan has a look at the shot clock. It reads 6 now. Tried to feed it through the defense, and it was knocked down nicely. And the Indians, as we hit the halfway mark of the period in game, try and mount the comeback down 9. Hall. Quick ball movement here, Rouet. He'll crank. Bolt, no trouble. And an outlet coming. And Druco. Got a man off the bench. And Cornfield. Here comes Triello as well. Here comes Keegan Ball. He'll take the feed. Ball shoots. And a stick save. As nobody went to the ball carrier. Man open on the far side, Cornfield. Horn will recover. And Druco to the bench. Cornfield looks over his shoulder and finds Kinnear coming on. He'll come to the near side ball. Into the corner it goes for Big Triello. He'll post up on his man outside the dotted circle. Good one-on-one player is Triello. Corkscrew shot and put it wide, and this one will stay in play with a heck of an effort there from Kinnear. Still 6 on the shot clock, but the Miners start to head for the bench to bring out the defense. Long drive. Miller forced to make a stop, but the Indians will claim the loose ball. Caughnawaga down 9. Ty Thompson. Harris, there's that juke, there's the subber, riser. Bowled out well, cuts down the angle, makes the stop, controlled the rebound. And the Miners have it, but they throw it up the floor here. Sullivan there playing safety. Now what do we got? Miller needs some attention at the Indians bench. That last stop. Something is wrong with Brandon Miller after making that last save. I don't know if he pulled a groin. Not putting any pressure on his left leg here. He's stretched out for it. And it's been a long week for the goaltender here, and Trey Adams better get himself ready because I think Brandon Miller's going to have to come out of this game. I think he might have pulled his groin on that last save attempt. There's a trainer looking him over here, and some sort of discomfort down there. Yeah, maybe just a cramp. Maybe a calf cramp here. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So it's good. It's not a pulled muscle for Miller. I don't know if it's a calf or a hamstring cramp, but he is fighting it right now. And it's still a long way to go in this period. It's not like you're going to get any liquid or bananas or potassium, if you will, into him at this juncture. And once you start cramping, it's hard to get a handle on it. Especially playing in goal, where you need every ounce of flexibility you have. Or inch, I suppose. I don't think a measurement of ounces works in flexibility. But a long delay here. Now Lee Bryan over to say, listen, you got to make a call whether you can continue or not here, B. Trainer leaves the crease. I think Miller's going to try and gut it out here. The veteran going to stick in there. And Adams does not have his uppers on here, but might want to get it ready. And let's just see how Miller does here. He's still uncomfortable in his crease. Ball in the double team, gets rid of the ball, and now he gets the return feed. He'll flip it back. Lachlan had to reach up, move it one more time. Kinnear with a long shot. Miller the stop. And gingerly, Brandon Miller made that safe. As he has a look up at the clock. Caughnawaga back on offense. Brett back two. Von Harris a long shot. Speaking of cramping, I think my voice just might have cramped up here. Get a sip of H2O. Bear with me. It's been a long summer, baby, but it's coming to an end. One more day to go. And then just the Man Cup to play. That'll happen back east. As should probably try and get you a score from Game 6 out of the Borough. As the Lakers trying to punch their ticket back to the Man Cup and defend their title. Good defense there. 10 on the shot clock here for Harris as he picks up in the corner from a terrible angle. And Aaron Bold, no trouble. As I think that game from Peterborough is over now. And they win Game 6 by a final score of 8-7. So it'll be the Peterborough Lakers and the Maple Ridge Burrards in the Man Cup from the Memorial Center in Peterborough, Ontario. And what a series that is going to be. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and saying that one's going 7. I don't know who's winning, but it's going to go the distance. I'm calling it now. Two, trying to get away. Here comes a look in front, and again, just everything but the finish, just breaking down at the last second. Here comes O'Meara running well. Patrick O'Meara. That one stopped by Miller. And now with 6 minutes to play here in the second. The Indians with another possession. In comes Oren Horn with a shot, and Bold to save. Big rebound. It's right back to Horn, and he'll give it to the offense here. Hall likes to crank from the outside. Drives it low this time. Now kicks it out. Here's Hops with a shot, and that one missing far side. Miners up on transition here, but Sullivan gets cut off. As ball steps off the Miners bench, she'll take the feet. Keegan Ball. Quick move low. Fake it. Post up. Triolo. Across the floor. Kinnear driving. Sent it just wide. No shot there. Ball loose. Who wants it? Shot clock about to die here on the Miners. As it's looking more and more like it'll be the Nanaimo Timbermen in their hometown, the host team, the BC champs. We know they are in the gold medal. And it's starting to look like they'll have to go through the two-time defending champions from 2016 and 2017, the St. Albert Miners. That looks to be the matchup tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The Indians will play the Titans at 3 if this scoreline remains the same through the next 24 and a half minutes. It'll be Saskatoon and the Redhawks of Onondaga for the 4-5 game. Triolo in behind the goal. Keegan Ball. On the post up, here's Cornfield. And Miller the stop down low. And the Axemen and the Pioneers will be the morning game for 7-8. After a promising start for Ladner, a disappointing finish. And when you lose that 5-8 crossover game, it's all it takes, and suddenly you're playing for last place, or second to last, with a win. Here's Bucktiff. Good stop, Aaron Bold. And Druka, the loose ball. Look up the floor. He's got Reinhold. One more to Pat O'Meara. Stop from Miller. And so quickly the Miners can strike, but the goaltender keeps it a 9-goal deficit. Good crowd on hand here for the second semifinal. And you can bet the old gal here at Frank Crane will be packed tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the gold medal game. Thompson and Bolt, who has just allowed one by him in this entire game, makes another save. Running to the outside right now. Ball let one slip away from him. Indians back on, and Rue a shot in. Now ball in behind the goal here on the forecheck. Bucktooth doing a nice job, but the Miners come up with it. Here's a chance for Lachlan, denied by Miller. Ball back up here with the Indians, and across center they'll come. Adam Bonberry finds a man off the bench. It's Von Harris. And then we're going to turn down a shot that he likes, Will Von Harris, but that one missed the goal. Indians trying to get into the 9-goal deficit here before the end of the period. That's not going to help. Bonberry gets in a couple extra whacks. Miners in no hurry here to get up floor. Into the final 40 seconds. Miners looking for the 2-for-1. Francis has the loose ball, moves it quickly. And it's about a 1.5, maybe 2-second differential. Indians want timeout. Has to come from somebody on the floor. And finally they get the call. And down 9 here with 24 seconds to go. I dare say with a period to play, must-score territory here for Caughnawaga? Maybe. Honestly, I do not see the Indians mounting a 9-goal comeback here in the third period. 8 is a far stretch, but stranger things have happened in the game of lacrosse. Harris will start in here as they wind the clock. Empty net for Caughnawaga. Miller down the Indians' tunnel early here, and he's going to go get some extra treatment before the period even comes to an end. Final 9 seconds counted down. Here's Harris down to Rouet. He'll circle around a double down. Give it back to Harris. He'll send it near side. Bounce shot goes wide. Up into the air. Ball knocked away. And buzzer sounds to end the period. Buck2 still jawing at Sullivan here at the end of the period. But the two teams will separate, head for the break, head for the locker room. And the Miners 20 minutes away from trying to go for the three-peat. We'll have it for you here on Lax All-Stars, home of the President's Cup from Nanaimo. In 10 minutes' time, don't you go anywhere. All right, lacrosse fans, we're back inside Frank Crane here in Nanaimo. This is the President's Cup. This is semifinal number 2. You got it on the home of the Prezi. Lax All-Stars. 40 down, 20 to go. Jake Elliott with you, 10-1. The two-time defending champion St. Albert Miners lead the Caughnawaga. I almost said Mohawks. The Indians. Teams are at center, set to go. And blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. Brett Bucktooth with the opening loose ball. Indians with the opening offensive possession. Vaughn Harris, the lone goal scorer here for the Indians. Pass in front. Ball loose. Here's Hall. Bounced it wide as Bold was down early. Maybe a chance here on the fast break. And look up. Action in behind. Vaughn Harris going after Tor Reinhold. I don't know how Tor comes out of there with a penalty as it was going on behind the play. Harris not quite done yet. And both players off to the penalty box here, 30 seconds in. Well, like I said, this has the potential to get a little silly here. You really hope it doesn't go that way, especially for the Miners who really don't want to get involved in any kind of action like that. But at some point, you also have to kind of stick up for yourself and protect yourself and your teammates. And can't just let the other team wail away. It's a double minor to Harris, just a minor to Reinhold, and it's 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes. Brandon Francis just looks like he wants to take somebody's hands off with a chop. Trey Adams starts the third period here as Brandon Miller, and I had a feeling. Probably decided in that intermission, I just can't do it. So the veteran Miller gives way to Trey Adams, who will play the third period here. And here's a chance for Kinnear tonight on the doorstep. Nanaimo awaits the winner. Oakville awaits the loser. Bronze medal game at 3, gold medal game at 6. Gee whiz. That was a little scary as came down with the two-hander. Saskatoon will play Onondaga for 5th and 6th. Ladner will play the Capital Region X-Men for 7th and 8th. That 7-8 game at 9 o'clock. Ted Jenner with the call on that one. I will have Saskatoon and Onondaga at noon. And looks like I'll have Caughnawaga and Oakville at 3. And looking more and more as time ticks away here in the third period, it will be Nanaimo against the two-time defending champion, St. Albert Miners, for the 2018 President's Cup. So the host BC champions on their home floor will have to go through the best team in Senior B lacrosse over the last 2 years if they want to claim the President's Cup here on their home floor. And would you really want it any other way if you're the Timbermen? They were beat in the round robin by the Miners, and pretty convincingly at that. But for Nanaimo, there has been consistent and steady improvement throughout the week here. And maybe played their best game of the week earlier today. And if you can peak at the right time at the Prezi, that is what you want after a long grind through the week, playing your best lacrosse when it matters the most. And I think Nanaimo doing that now. And this St. Albert team is no joke. This is literally a good enough roster to play Senior A in the Western Lacrosse Association and win some games. Really, they're that good. But Nanaimo with some stars on that roster as well. You think of Jeff Shatler, you think of Corey Conway. Yeah, there's a shot from the outside by Ferris, posting in. Johnny Diplock, the longtime captain here in Nanaimo. They got some solid players on that Timberman roster, and they've been building towards this very moment that'll take place tomorrow night. And this barn here at Frank Crane Arena, tomorrow night, it'll be a Sunday nighter, long weekend. And the town has caught wind of what the Timbermen are doing here at President's Cup, and the crowds have increased every time that the Timbermen have taken the floor. And I would expect a full barn tomorrow night for the gold medal game at 6 o'clock. Don't miss it. You can catch it live and free right here on Lax and All Stars. Dan Marshall and Jim Kipp will have the Call TV side on local TV here on Shaw Cable. And Teddy Jenner will have the call play-by-play here on Lax All Stars as Lachlan adds another. And depending on how things go, I might slide into the booth here and rub shoulders with Off the Crossbar and maybe do some color. I haven't done that in a long, long time. Seeing how things go, I might do color for the gold medal game if I still have some gas left in the tank by tomorrow evening. Or I might just sit back and enjoy it as a fan, as it's been quite some time since really I've been able to just sit back and enjoy a final game, as Triolo just got hacked and Francis off to the penalty box. Triolo took one right across the thigh. He's going to stay out there. And they just put 2 minutes up on the board, and I'm starting to lean towards the side of maybe just ring him up for 5 and lock him up for a bit here. But 2 minutes up. Here come the Miners, and they're going to try and score a goal, even though they are leading 12-1, and why not? It's another chop, and here comes another penalty. Triolo with the shot. And again, Indians get themselves in penalty trouble here with just really lazy, undisciplined. Sose Regis off to the penalty box, and if I'm Todd Lorenz, might be time to take your gunners off the power play and put out the second unit here. Protect your stars. And again, the Miners are just, this is not in their DNA. This is not their makeup to get involved in a game like this. They like to score goals. They like to win games. They don't like taking penalties. And the Indians clearly a beaten team right now and just whacking away for really no reason at all. Because they're losing. And they can't beat them on the scoreboard, beat them up, I suppose. Well, this is not what you want to see in a semifinal game. And it's just a matter of, like, Caughnawaga is a good team. They got a lot of good players on that roster, but they're just out of gas. After a long week, they've just run out of gas, and the Miners have run them out of the rink here. And they've been through this before. They know how to prepare for a long week at President's Cup. And just 4 minutes gone here. It's a double Miner up on the board for Regis. I think a 10-minute misconduct to go along with it. And that's, again, good officiating just to keep certain players off the floor and try and avoid anything getting out of hand here. Working around, Lachlan will fire it. Here's a rebound. And the dunk pile continues. And it's not like the Miners are really trying to pile on here and rub it in their face. But I mean, if you're going to keep handing them power plays, they're going to keep scoring goals. They do have one player on their roster in Duff that plays with the wooden stick. He will head for the bench now as there's a couple Woodies out on the floor here for the Indians now, and Francis. And Casey Swamp out there as well will get set up on the short man. Braden Cornfield, the latest goal scorer. Here's a shot high. Here's a check high. Bucktooth is going to go. And listen, Indians aren't happy about it. The fans aren't happy about it. But if it's a penalty, you call the penalty. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the scenario is in the game. Third period, first period. Fans can boo all they want. You get a two-handed guy in the face, it's a penalty. You don't want to go to the box, don't do it. You get it. You're frustrated. You're down 13 goals here in a semifinal game, and you're getting embarrassed. But play lacrosse. Don't disrespect the game by getting ugly here. It may not be a popular opinion, and I don't really care if it is or not. Play the game. Triolo stopped. And honestly, now, if I'm the Miners, I'm starting to get into the thought process or the idea of just getting possession, throw the ball down the floor, and just play defense. You're up 13. You're in the third period. Get possession, throw it down the floor, save your offensive guys, play defense. Can't get hurt playing D for the most part. And the Indians have, got one goal here. It's not like they've been dangerous offensively. And right now, I don't even know if I'm doubling. I know you're up 2 men here, but I don't even know if I'm doubling the ball. Let him kill off the next minute and a half. Who cares? And, this is awful to watch. I get it. And there's no real way for me to try and make this more exciting than it really is. But I appreciate y'all hanging with me here. And I promise you, tomorrow's gold medal game is going to be fantastic lacrosse. Nanaimo playing at the top of their game. They're going to play the 2-time defending champions who are about as classy as a lacrosse team as you're going to find. And I'm not picking favorites here. They just are. They come here to the President's Cup to win. They're all business, and they do it right. And that's why they've won 2 years in a row. And a lot of teams here at the President's Cup could take a lesson or two from the St. Albert Miners on how to do it. Again, a lot of chopping off ball. Bucktooth out of the penalty box. Miners with possession. This is just stop it. Just stop it. And here comes Francis. Why? Why? Why, Brandon Francis? What is the point? What are you proving doing that at this juncture of the game? Absolutely nothing. Ridiculous. At this point, like, run the clock, running time. They're not coming back 13 goals. All they're going to do is take penalties for the rest of the game. St. Albert with a gold medal to play for tomorrow. And this is just getting stupid. I remember back in 2014 in Coquitlam, I took a picture of it at the time. Akwesasne at one point had 8 guys in the penalty box. And this is starting to approach that territory. Like, it just... Start chucking guys out of the game. Pick some numbers and say goodnight. And again, I have no horse in this race. I could care less who wins this game. But this is not lacrosse. This is not the medicine game. This is not for the creator. This is garbage. Stop it and play lacrosse. Really disrespectful. Adam Bomberry with 4 minutes up on the board. Garrett Cree with 2. And it's still a 5-on-3 here for the Miners. No, I don't have a whole lot else to say about it, folks. It's just, this has become disgraceful. There's no need for it. Back underway we go with 12:45 to go in the game. And again, like, if I'm St. Albert now, I don't even know if I'm shooting the ball. Like, just pass around for 30 seconds, throw it in the corner, and get off and go play some defense. You don't need any more goals, and they can take some responsibility as well. Adams with the save. Nice job there to get out of the zone by Rouet. Jake Rouet will take. He'll miss. Josh Sullivan with the loose ball. Kick him out. Kick him out of the game. To allow him to serve 2 minutes after that is ridiculous. Just toss him out. He'll give him 5. But he literally, O'Meara just stepped onto the floor. Ball was nowhere near him. He just two-handed him right in the junk. What a joke. Absolutely disgraceful. How fun is this to watch, ladies and gentlemen? And guess what? We still got another 11 minutes to enjoy. They're going to call a minors penalty. Okay. I can dig it, I guess. Ty Thompson. So bring on the extra man. They're still shorthanded, so they don't need to run the 30. That shot goes off a toll and out of play. Here comes the penalty call. So it was an attempted over-the-head check that drew some contact. Williamson, just get in the box, please. No need to plead your case at this point. Half a period to go here. Miners are going to play in the gold medal against the Nanaimo Timbermen. And I'm sure the Oakville Titans, who are tuned in watching this, are just absolutely thrilled that they're going to get to play the Indians in the bronze medal game. As they have been a fun team to watch all week long as well. And have played the game the right way. And then, listen, the Caughnawaga, I almost did it again. The Indians they've been a good team to watch all week, but this has just gotten way out of hand. Jake Rouet going to try and do it. Aaron Bolt says, not this time. I get it, your pride, and you're getting embarrassed here in a semifinal game, but that is not the way to respond. And hopefully here with 9 minutes to go, you can just get through this. The scoreboard completely lit up right now. Another stop for Boldy. It was just let one by him here in this game. It came courtesy of Von Harris. Miners will just work around the outside here, and shot clock will expire. Jake Rouet, who's been out there almost the entire third period here, up the floor again. He'll shoot again, and that went into the stick of Toll. And Rouet's got it back, and he looks absolutely exhausted right now. Well, the Miners are in no hurry to go pressure. Well, Thompson. Duff trying to set up the double. Rouet trying to fancy backhand there on the run. This is back over. Still a 5-on-3 here for the next 2 minutes. Francis and Hall both with major slashing penalties. Mind you, after all this, the crowd has gone nowhere with, I guess, the potential of fireworks to set off here. Nobody wants to leave just in case. Oh, beauty stop there for Trey Adams. Still playing hard. Casey Swamp. Blaze Reardon. Seven minutes to play. Harris. Reinhold on the hands. Knocked the stick loose. That's good defense there from Tor Reinhold. And Jared Toll's got the free pass to center. (14-1) St. Albert. Here's Kinnear. Skip feed. Oh, again. Trey Adams. Flashy stick stump there. Almost borderline lacrosse. He was right there. Almost gave it to him. 13 on the shot clock. I have another play-by-play announcer down at the other end of the broadcast booth here on local radio. I believe back to the reservation in upstate New York. I'd really like to hear his call and account of things here and what he is saying on the broadcast. I know I've been pretty tough on the Indians here, but I don't think I'm offside or off base by any means. And the Miners back out on defense. As looks like things have settled down here, thankfully, with 5 minutes to play. Another stop for Aaron Bolt. We saw Christian Del Bianco at the Minto Cup in Calgary a couple of weeks ago hold the Calgary Mountaineers to a single goal in a 16-1 contest. And I was just about to say Aaron Bolt just under 5 minutes away from matching that, but there's goal number 2 for Caughnawaga. I think we're going to go to goaltender change here as Hebert are going to come into the game for Aaron Bolt. He gets a round of applause after holding the Caughnawaga Indians to just 2 goals. So I don't have the shot totals, but let's just say this. Boldy is in the zone heading into the gold medal game tomorrow. He'll probably go up against his old Victoria native buddy and Nick Patterson, as both he and Pete Dubinsky have been seeing time for the team in, but Patterson has played the last couple of big games. Right, it should be quite the matchup between the Miners and Timberman. Gold medal game at 6 p.m. Bronze medal, we'll see Oakville as Thompson off the crossbar. The Titans and Indians will play for the 3-4. The 5-6 game will feature the Saskatoon Brewers and the Onondaga Redhawks. And the 7-8 game will be the Capital Region X-Men against the Ladner Pioneers. That game goes at 9. Brewers, Redhawks at noon. Titans, Indians at 3. Timbermen, Miners at 6. 3:25 to go here. Hall on the tuck Backhand feed too high. Indians come back up with the ball, feed to the crease. There's a chance. Thompson stopped by Hebert. Another chance on the wraparound, and then bumped down by Snyder. And then Reardon threw the ball at Snyder. He is gone. Snyder's gained a penalty. And that was the intentional throwing of the ball by Blaze Reardon. It wasn't a hard chunk, but it was definitely intended for the player. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they call that on Blaze Reardon for intentionally throwing a ball at another player. And I don't think he is going to see the bronze medal game tomorrow from that signal there from Lee Bryan. We'll wait for the official announcement from the PA announcer, but that looked like a gross and gonzo for Blaze Reardon. Jake Rouet at the point. Skip feed, near side, and this one off the window to Harris. Rouet was 6 on the clock right on. There the stop. Ten seconds to get it out here for Duff, as they still haven't announced the penalty. There's the 10-second violation. I'm pretty sure Blaze Reardon just picked up a gross misconduct. And will most likely be unavailable for the bronze medal game if that in fact is the case. Here we go with the penalty calls. Well, they just gave him a 10. I don't really know what message that sends, but anyways, so maybe he will be. 1:42 to play. And Rucco can't come up with that one. Thompson's got it. Shoots it. Another stop from Mayberry. Indians peppering here a little bit, but down 12. Miners feeling pretty good about themselves. Another shot wide. Shooting gallery right now. Like warm up, just load it up and fire. Somebody come up with a loose ball for the kid. Out of the box comes Snyder. There's a save, Andruko. He's got the loosey into the final minute we go. And Triolo just going to leave this one. The Miners. Goaltender's mask ajar down in his crease here for St. Albert. I think we're good to go once again. 40 seconds on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock. And this should probably be a face-off here because they stopped play for the St. Albert goaltender with Miners' possession. They're going to give him the ball. Shot clock off. Indians ball. And from his backside gate, a shot off there. Not bad attempt, actually. Owen Horn with a well-timed shot. Snyder still playing hard. Last shot coming. Hebert will stop it, and that will do it. The St. Albert Miners in convincing fashion. A 14-2 victory over Caughnawaga. And they will play for the gold medal, the President's Cup, tomorrow at 6 p.m. against the Nanaimo Timbermen. Players of the game to come, and a number of players to choose from here for St. Albert. Aaron Bold, Richard Laughlin, Keegan Ball all come to mind. We shall see. And handshakes here between the two teams after a rough and tumble affair. And that's good to see. Leave it on the floor, boys. And it's probably tough to keep your mouth shut in that lineup if you're St. Albert. The guy just tried to chop your arms off and then shakes your hand and says, good game. I guess that's lacrosse for you from time to time. Miners get through it, and they will play for gold. Tell you what, when Dirt McCumber shakes your hand, he lets you know it. Let's just hope for a good bronze medal game tomorrow between the Titans and the Indians, and let's hope for a dandy between the Timbermen and the Miners. Sose Regis, your player of the game, your Epic Lacrosse Extreme Threads player of the game. Graydon Cornfield for St. Albert. All right, folks, that is going to do it here for Super Saturday from the President's Cup. One more day to go. Thanks for sticking with me here tonight. And a bit of a dog of a game, quite frankly. 14-2, your final. Miners punch their ticket to the gold medal. And they will take on the Timbermen tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you here, free of charge, on Lax All-Stars. But for now, we will bid you adieu. Enjoy your night, everybody, for our entire production crew here at Lacrosse All-Stars. I've been Jake Elliott for everybody at the President's Cup. For the fastest game on 2 feet and for the Creator, we'll talk to you tomorrow from Spectacular Sunday.
Thank you.